Hello everyone and welcome back to the EDH Jank Center, your source for everything Commander and everything Jank. I'm your host, Jordan O'Prairies, and today we got 5 cards you should put into Astor, Bearer of Blades. Dominaria United just came out, and with it came many amazing, really fun commanders to build around. And today I'm going to be helping you out with Astor. So, without further ado, Astor reads, Astor, Bearer of Blades, 2 red-white legendary creature human warrior from Dominaria United. When Astor, Bearer of Blades enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an equipment or vehicle card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Equipment you control have Equip 1, vehicles you control have Crew 1, and he's a 4/4. So right off the bat, he's a 4 mana 4/4, and his ETB is really solid, lets us loot through 7 cards, look for an equipment or vehicle, and put them into our hand. But those last 2 abilities are what we're really focusing on, because I have some amazing cards for you today that are going to really synergize with those last abilities. Let's go! Also, nice little bonus thing here. At the time of recording this video, every card in here except one is under 50 cents. It's the EDH Jank Center after all. I'm always going to help you out with those budget, janky, under-included picks. But let's not dilly-dally anymore. Let's get into the cards, shall we? So we are going to start today by going over the only non-artifact or vehicle in the list. It's Rebek, Architect of Ascension. 3 and a white legendary creature human artificer from Commander Legends. Artifacts you control have protection from each converted mana cost among artifacts you control. Partner, you can have 2 commanders that both have partner. That doesn't really matter. And she's a 3/4. I've always loved this card ever since it was spoiled. I really enjoy that ability because we are going to be playing vehicles and equipment that are very scary to our opponents, and they're going to want to target it. So as we amass a field of vehicles and artifacts, they will continue to get protection from each other. I will give an example in 1 second, but I do want to go over protection first. Put simply, a creature with protection from 1 or more colors of magic cannot be affected by any magic of those colors. For example, a creature with protection from blue cannot be blocked by blue creatures, dealt damage by blue creatures, or enchanted, damaged, or otherwise affected by blue cards. So if we're going to translate this to Rebek, just replace each instance of blue in that paragraph with converted mana cost among artifacts you control, and that's very wordy, but I'll give you an example. Let's say you absolutely smashed it with your opening hand and you go Plains into Soul Ring into Arcane Signet. Because Soul Ring is 1 converted mana cost and Arcane Signet is 2 converted mana cost, all of your artifacts from here on out, as long as those stay on the field, have protection from cards that have 1 converted mana cost and 2 converted mana cost, which means if you do that, no one can disenchant your artifacts, no one can abrade your artifacts, etc., etc. This absolute queen of artifice will be protecting all of our dope vehicles and equipment that I'm about to show you. All right, let's move on to our first artifact of 4 today. It's Cloudsteel Kirin, 2 and a white artifact creature equipment Kirin from Neon Dynasty. Flying. Equipped creature has flying and you can't lose the game and your opponents can't win the game. It has Reconfigure 5. 5. Attached to target creature you control or unattached from a creature. Reconfigure only as a sorcery. While attached, this isn't a creature. So if you watched the channel before, you know I love utility cards that do more than one thing. This card is both an equipment and a creature. You can be whatever you want it to be. However, that Reconfigure cost is pretty clunky. Did I just say clost? Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, that reconfigure cost can be a bit much for this ability. This ability is really strong, but 5 mana plus the 3 mana to cast it, and you can only do it at sorcery speed, yada yada. We'll never fear, because Astor is here, baby. It's worth noting that while he won't change the reconfigure cost, because a reconfigure cost is not an equip cost, he will gift it the ability to have Equip 1, because it is an equipment. All of a sudden, this takes Cloudsteel Kirin from taking 8 mana to be online to only 4 total mana. That's half. That's amazing value. And if this only cost 4 mana, I honestly believe that it would be worth way more money than it is. It's 23 cents. Go and grab it, slam it in this deck, and watch your opponents watch you not be able to lose the game. Okay, on to the next card, which is our big boy monetarily of the day. It's Heartseeker, 4 colorless mana artifact equipment from Darksteel. Equipped creature gets +2/+1 and has tap. Unattached Heartseeker, destroy target creature, and it has an equip cost of 5. So just like Cloudsteel Kirin before it, this card is really powerful, but it gets diluted by its really high equip cost. So it costs 9 total mana in order to get this thing online and be sniping people's creatures. However, our boy Astor gives gives it equip 1, which makes it only 5 total mana to do, and that makes it much more efficient. Okay, so let's say you have 4 mana available to you, and you have 4 creatures of your own. Since Heartseeker now only has an equip cost of 1, you can pay 1, equip it to one of your creatures, tap that creature, destroy someone else's creature. Then you can repeat that process if you only have 4 mana and, 4 creatures. 4 times, you're killing 4 opponents' creatures. That's really, really good, guys. Speaking of really good, who doesn't love a nice ride in a vehicle? Let's move on, shall we? Up next, we got Colossal Plow, 2 colorless artifact vehicle from Kaldheim. Whenever Colossal Plow attacks, add 3 white mana and you gain 3 life. Until end of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. And it has crew 6 and it's a 6/3. So just like before, again, this crew cost is really high for the early game when you, I think, want to be playing this ideally, because you're going to be ramping yourself by 3 mana whenever it attacks. But with Astor out, that is no more. We can crew this for 1. Astor himself can crew this all by himself, and then we can start attacking, gaining the life, adding the mana, and really just plowing our opponents into the ground. All right, moving on. And oh my god, what is that? I think I see sails on the horizon. Nah, that's just a bunch of ether. Whatever. This is Consulate Dreadnought, 1 colorless mana artifact vehicle from Aether Revolt. Crew 6, and it's a 7/11. Woo doggy, this is a chunky boy. So basically, with Astor out, you can have this 7/11 for 2 mana, and you can start swinging out at people. You can give it evasion with equipment that also costs 1 because of Astor, and just wreak havoc on your opponents with a giant ship. And like, who doesn't want to do that? You know what I mean? And just like that, guys, we are all done with the video. If you liked it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. I'm always down there in the comments interacting with everyone, so if you have any suggestions for the next video, what commander I should do, what cards you want to see me include in a deck, drop it down in the comments. Let's geek, and your suggestion might make it into the next video. And if you'd like to support the channel, the Patreon link is in the description. I have lots of really cool benefits for patrons, including a Discord that I'm trying to get off the ground that'll include lots of really fun discussion channels, as well as a spell table game channel where you can participate in spell table games with yours truly. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.